The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and take a look at this. A new model from Regal, the 29 OBX. It's giving us more interior space and an elevated level of luxury. And based on customer feedback, Regal is also bringing back outboard power. Now, Regal did not just take an existing hull and slap outboard power on it. This hull has been completely retooled based on the outboard power, so as you can see, it's got two full beam steps for the fast track hull. Let's get it right out on the water and see how it performs.
The Regal 29 OBX has a length overall of 29 feet, a beam of 9 feet, and a draft of 2 feet 7 inches. With an empty weight of 6,550 pounds, 3 people, and 75% fuel on board, we had an estimated test weight of 7,821 pounds. With the twin 200 horsepower Yamaha 4-strokes turning 19 Reliance props, we reached a top speed of 52.6 miles per hour at 5250 RPM. Best economy seemed to be reached at 3,500 RPM and 27.3 miles per hour. At that speed, we were burning 11.2 gallons per hour, which produced a range of 324 miles, all while holding back a 10% reserve of the boat's 148-gallon total fuel capacity. Being a bigger bow rider, she handles with a solid feel. With the twin fast-track steps, she also feels slippery, meaning that she seems to glide forward just a little bit more when the power comes off, and she'll get up on plane quicker than expected. 4.3 seconds in this case. Her power steering gives her fingertip control, and she responds well to the helm. Turns produce no chine walk even when getting heavy-handed, which contributes to that solid feel.
So now that we're back at the dock, let's go over some of her features. Even though we have outboard power, we still have a fully functioning transom area. Swim platform goes all the way around, full walk-around capability. Both sides come out 3.5 feet from the transom. We've got a concealed swim ladder over to the port hand side, freshwater shower. Look at this. A wet storage compartment for the bathing suits and towels. 2 waterproof speakers and a remote control for the Fusion stereo. And take a look at this. 2 double-wide aft-facing seats. Both seats can lay down to form a sun pad. The outboards are secured to an elevated mount that's integral to the hull. On top of that is a cap making up the extended swim platform. So in this manner, the swim platform isn't bearing the load of the engines. While moving to the cockpit, it's all about seating, and there's plenty of it, wrapping all the way around. With the seat backs flipped back, now we can accommodate the cockpit seating, and both seats are on an electrically actuated slide to move them fore and aft 12 inches, giving us even more cockpit space. With the addition of a pedestal table, we turn the cockpit into a dining area. To port, we've got a 36-quart carry-on cooler. To starboard, we have dedicated storage for the teak pedestal table, plus the main breaker panel and battery switches. And we have roomy sole storage, plus under the back seats, huge lazarette storage. Because we've got an elevated level of luxury, this boat comes with a standard power tower that gives us an elevated tow point 6 feet 8 inches off the deck, plus an integrated bimini fore and aft, and it comes down at the touch of a button. And notice how when it's in the lowered position, we can still drive the boat so that it can be maneuvered under low bridges. Both the helm and companion seats flip to forward facing, and both also include flip up bolsters. Notice to the sides we've got cargo net storage with a bottle holder, drink holders, and a Fusion stereo with speaker just underneath. Thoughtful touch is the stainless grab handle and a space for putting stuff. And inside the console, we have a head compartment. Porta potty is standard. Here we have the optional porcelain electric head, opening port light for ventilation and natural light, and a vessel sink on top of the Corian counter. Features at the walkthrough begin with the sole storage compartment. We can close off the walkthrough for operating on those chilly mornings, and just behind the air dam, we've got a storage drawer and trash receptacle. At the bow, the beam is carried well forward, so we have 6 feet 2 inches between the bolsters at the rear, 4 feet at the bow. Seating goes all the way around, flip down armrests, and if we remove the cushion, now we have a seat that we can utilize with our feet on the deck instead of in the lounge position. There's plenty of storage under the seats. Adding a pedestal table has its obvious advantages. There are stainless steel drink holders to both sides. The speakers are facing aft. The rails are elongated so that you can get your hands around it a little bit easier. To both sides of the bow, we have 8-inch cleats. These are 2 of the boat's 6 cleats total. In the center of the deck is a hatch accessed by a lift and lock latch. Underneath is a Lumar windlass with a cleat to the side for securing the rode. Anchor runs out through the stem. There's an access hatch to the side for getting to the road and managing tangles, and the only control is over to the right-hand side. And when the hatch is closed, we can rotate the nav light into position. The helm is all dark tones to knock down glare, vinyl wrapped brow, a depth gauge, a standard 10-inch GPS map 7610, and a fuel gauge. Over to the right-hand side, we've got a control for the Lumar bow thruster, Bennett trim tabs with LED indicators to both sides, the engine start-stops just above the ignition switch, rocker switches over to the left-hand side, the wrapped wheel that's mounted to a tilt base. To the right-hand side are the binnacle controls for the Yamaha outboards. Just behind that are the controls for moving the seat fore and aft and up and down. I said the 10-inch display was standard. That's because it's got the Yamaha gauges integrated into it. We've got a wraparound windshield with a stainless steel frame, heavy-duty stainless steel supports, latches for the walk-through windshield. I'd like to see both of those interconnected, and there's no distortion to the windshield on the sides. Couple of features that are evidence of this not being a boat that's just for protected water. Among them, freeboard, 3 feet 10 inches at the bow, 3 feet at the stern. The higher windshield with the pantograph wipers and the VHF radio. Now let's talk about some of the upscale Regal treatments that we're seeing on the 29 OBX, including the stainless steel accent to the back of the power tower and the accent to the stern cleats. Looking at the upholstery, it's heavy duty 32 ounce with a 10mm top coat that's UV and stain resistant. It's double French stitched with a backing underneath the stitching, and notice the multiple tones plus custom embroidery. There's optional seagrass carpeting with padded backing, and we're seeing stainless steel everywhere. Continuing with the upscale treatments on the 29 OBX, we have a technology package that includes the premium sound system with 2 speakers at the swim platform plus a subwoofer forward, the battery charger, along with the standard fore and aft adjustment for the helm seat. There's an additional up and down adjustment, and a lighting package that includes the underwater lights. Well, we've got our expanded level of luxury plus the handling that we've come to expect from Regal all coming together in the 29 OBX. That's my full look. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.